This is Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo, or Panamera station wagon if you like. With options, this car costs about €200,000, which is about 10 times as much as a mid-spec Peugeot 308 SW. For 180 grand more than the Pug, what are we getting?
Before you leave a comment how pointless this comparison is and tell me that I don't give enough detail about the car, click the link in the upper right corner on the screen to watch my Porsche Panamera review. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Panamera was always controversial, and now this station wagon business... On the other hand, I'd pay a lot not to look at Peugeot 308 station wagon. Hatchback is a different thing. Under the bonnet, Porsche has double the cylinders, 4.5 times the power, more than twice the torque and almost 3 times the displacement of Peugeot, which, in my review, is powered by a diesel engine. Also, Porsche has all-wheel drive while Peugeot is front-wheel driven. This has significant impact on the way the cars feel and handle. Peugeot feels like it's parked all the time, and Porsche...
No surprise there, of course I picked a French scapegoat and a Teutonic sadistic scientist to poke around. Sure, Porsche will go like the clappers, and its infotainment system is like a Mac next to a French Minitel.
This doesn't mean Peugeot has no merits. It's very economical, fairly comfortable, and 90% of the time it will not go any faster than the Panamera. There's just too much traffic.
That said, Porsche doesn't need to go fast to make you as a driver have an orgasm behind the wheel. Panamera engine is very flexible regardless of the speed, and that's before you go into sport mode or press the sport response button, which cranks up everything to 11 for 20 seconds.
It's enough to take a sharp corner fast to feel Porsche's superiority over the competition, and I don't mean poor diesel Pug. Not even 308 GTI or Golf R could corner this fast. Despite all-wheel drive and weighing over 2 tons, Panamera is very neutral, with slight tendency to oversteer, which you can deepen with the gas pedal.
Let's leave Peugeot for a minute and focus on Panamera Sport Turismo. This is the turbo model, which is the second most powerful after Turbo SE Hybrid, which for now is available only on standard Panamera. Ordinary Panamera Turbo and Panamera Turbo Sport Turismo weigh about the same, and most of the time they have similar performance. Regular Panamera Turbo is 0.2 of a second faster from 0 to 200 kilometers per hour, and that's 12.7 seconds. Top speed for the Panamera Turbo is 306, and Panamera Turbo Sport Turismo tops out at just 304 kilometers per hour.
Panamera Sport Turismo is probably the only station wagon with active rear spoiler which generates 50 kilograms of downforce. But the spoiler does not open in such a spectacular way as in the normal Panamera.
Sure, Panamera Turbo Sport Turismo starts at just €159,000, but this car has some 42,000 grand worth of options on it. That's more than a very well-spec'd Golf GTI performance.
The most expensive options are Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control with Porsche Torque Vectoring, Sport Design Pack, 21-inch rims, and Burmeister audio system. These 4 options cost around 30 grand.
By the way, the interior is very well sound insulated. Exhaust sound can be heard outside, but to the driver and the passengers, it's a distant rumble from an outside world inhabited by commoners. You don't want anything to do with these people.
Porsche Panamera is over 5 meters long, so maneuvering it can be a challenge. This car has an optional 360-degree camera. Front camera comes on automatically as you approach an obstacle. Good thing reversing camera has its own washer, because after a couple of dozen kilometers in the winter, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo is 46 centimeters longer than Peugeot 308 station wagon and has 22 centimeters longer wheelbase. But the boot is 36 liters smaller than Peugeot's. Fold the back seats and 308 SW has over 200 liters more boot space.
Like any other station wagon, also Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo has a low loading lip, which makes loading easier, obviously. Moreover, when you open the boot, the rear suspension lowers, making loading stuff even easier. However, taller items should go further in the back because of the way the boot lid is shaped. It's just like in the normal Panamera. And this is not a problem, for example, in a Volkswagen Arteon. See what I mean? In my subjective sum up of the best cars I reviewed in 2017, I said I'd love to own a Porsche Panamera Turbo if I had 200 grand lying around, or at least 2,000 euro a month for leasing installments. This is a beautiful, fast and very intuitive car, perhaps except for the touchscreen air vents, which by the way disappeared from the back. It looks like an extended 911 and it drives as if the laws of physics were written by engineers in Stuttgart. And it is relatively practical.
However, I expected more practicality from Panamera Sport Turismo. The difference in boot space between regular Panamera and Panamera Sport Turismo is just 25 liters. That's about €100 per liter. You really have to want this sort of a station wagon.
I'd still love to have an ordinary Panamera, but Sport Turismo, I'd rather go with the new Cayenne. And do you prefer a practical station wagon or maybe a trendy SUV? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe, rate and share. Click that bell icon to receive notifications about all the new stuff I post on my channel. I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.